Thanks, listeners, for joining us. Today's edition of Elko Live here on KELK. As we do once a month, we're getting together with Cheryl Miller from the California Trail Interpretive Center. And Cheryl, what exciting news today for the month of February.
Oh man, we got a wonderful list of programs. And really the only bad news is you're going to have to show up early because I think they're going to be popular. So lots of fun programs on the list today.
Well, including the Nevada Wild Art exhibits, Nevada Cultural Heritage. It's a tribute to the gathering, which of course is just passing, but it's going to be up until April. And this is featuring some of our favorite local area artists.
I am so excited about the Nevada Wild Art exhibit that is up in our South Fork room, probably going up as we speak. Shout out to Paul Gregory, who's probably toiling away in that room right now, getting all that beautiful art up on the walls and ready for people to see.
Thank you, Paul, so much for your hard work. Some of the artists that you're going to get to meet include our very own Cynthia Delaney. Now, she recently relocated from Elko, but we can see where her heart lives on. This photography that she's going to be featuring will really resonate, I think, with area residents.
Oh my gosh, so much local photography, local painting. And Larry Heislip will be featuring some of his beautiful grass vases. Oh my gosh, they look so beautiful on the wall. Lori, you're going to love them.
Larry is the author of several books about exploring the Great Basin area, some of the favorite hikes, for example, and he is an amazing artist. And so we get to benefit from that as well. So Nevada's cultural heritage is featured at the California Trail Interpretive Center. And this Nevada Wild Art exhibit is made possible by the Nevada Art Council. Is that right, Cheryl?
Yes, and this year is going to be a little bit different in that we will not be able to accept money to sell the art, but all of the artist information will be available. So if you do want to buy a piece, you can reach out directly to the artist and purchase it directly from them.
All right, I'll just quickly read off the list of featured artists: Yvonne Colclasure, Cynthia Delaney, Wendy Ehrman, Tam Faree, Patty Fox, Glenn Ellen Finley, Catherine Greider, Larry Heislip, Lynn Kistler, James Patrick Lynch, Gary Reese, Suzanne Reese, Moira Smith, and Jordan Thomas. Those are all featured during this exhibit.
They are, and they are just beautiful. So come on out and soak up a little bit of the local beautiful scenery as seen through an artist's eyes.
California Trail Interpretive Center winter hours. You're open Wednesday through Sunday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yep, we will be back open summer hours soon, but we're still on our winter hours. So remember, we're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Free admission, by the way, so don't miss your chance to enjoy the Nevada Wild Art exhibit, now on display, California Trail Interpretive Center. Wow, okay, then take a breath because it's time to launch into all these exciting programs that you have going on.
And they're starting tomorrow. This is one of my favorite days that we've got coming up because we have two programs, Lori. Tomorrow is Saturday, the 25th of January, and we will have two programs to offer. Our first one is at 10 a.m., and it is entitled Watercolor Wonderland. And it will be an opportunity for folks to paint with watercolors. And if you are a beginner, that's amazing. If you are advanced, that's wonderful. We'd love to have all of you out. All of those skill levels. And what you'll be painting is a winter forest scene. And while your trees are drying, you will be working on some little Valentine's cards. And Paul Gregory is going to be leading that. He's with the Nevada Outdoor School, and I got to practice with him a little bit last week. He needed a very basic beginner to try out his course on, and even my card turned out beautiful. So if my card turned out beautiful, I know all of you wonderful artists out there will make something incredible. So come on out again tomorrow at 10 a.m. So this is a different time for us. So write this one down, 10 a.m. to come out and learn the basics of watercolor while making a beautiful card for your sweetheart or maybe just for your fridge.
Oh, thanks, Paul, for teaching that class. Watercolor is very forgiving, so please be encouraged, especially if you're a beginner, because you just might fall in love with it.
Absolutely. Like I said, even I made something that I was happy with. And just to put this out there, we have a lot of people looking at this program.
Okay.
And so if you know that you definitely want to come do some watercoloring tomorrow morning, make sure you come early and come and get your seat, because I think Paul is going to have a packed house.
Yep, he's super popular, and this is a great opportunity to learn from Paul. And then also tomorrow, I've been talking about this too, the Nevada Outdoor Schools Fire Building Workshop. This is pretty neat. I mean, I would imagine there's some safety skills built into this too.
Oh, for sure. They're going to cover the full gamut of fire building, fire safety, and let you play with a lot of different hands-on tools to see if you can make that spark and build that fire. And so this is going to be again tomorrow, the 25th at 1 p.m. And this is going to be put on by the Nevada Outdoor School. They will be teaching essential fire safety. They will be teaching how to prepare materials. So did you know that there are different types of wood out there, Lori?
I did. Well, yeah. I guess there's mahogany because that's the favorite to use when you're smoking meat.
Right. So you already know a little bit about wood, but maybe if you don't know that different types of wood will burn differently, different types of wood will make good kindling or make will burn longer or be better for smoking, things like that. Those are the types of things that they'll be talking about in the hands-on workshop. And I heard that there was a really fun Jeopardy game that they'll be playing, and there'll be some challenges. So, for example, you'll be shown some techniques, and then you'll be given a challenge to try and make that spark or that fire with the tools that are available to you. So this will be fully hands-on, very immersive. It will begin at 1 o'clock out at the center, and it will be both indoors and outdoors. They'll kind of be going indoors and out just to kind of mix it up for people, especially if it's cold. And again, this is a Nevada Outdoor School program, so you want to make sure you give them a call to sign up. And the phone number there is 775-777-0814. Again, that's the Nevada Outdoor School to be in the fire building workshop tomorrow, the 25th.
Again, perfect for older kids and adults, so do get signed up in advance for that one. And then we did talk about the Nevada Wild Art Show, which is super cool with the 14 different artists who will be featured. And so we want to maybe talk about some of these special programs during Cowboy Poetry.
Yeah, so we have some special programs that we're putting on for the poetry gathering. We know all those wonderful people are going to be coming and they're going to be looking for things to do. And so all of our programs are free. And again, that means that they will be popular. So if you want to come to any of these Cowboy Poetry programs that I'm just about to list off, make sure that you show up early, come get your seat. So we're going to start these off on January 30th at 1 p.m. and that's a Thursday, which is an unusual program day for us. But again, it's in honor of the Cowboy Poetry Gathering. And what we're going to be doing is Macy is going to be leading a braided rug class. And we offered this last year. It was very popular, and I assume it will be popular again. You may not be able to make your entire rug in the 1 hour, but you will have a very good start to it. Macy will walk you through all the steps. She was actually practicing at the front desk when I left this afternoon, so she's getting all of her skills honed in. And this is a great activity for families and for kids who are old enough to braid. So this might not be the best activity for the littles in your life, but anyone who can braid will be able to do this project and hopefully really enjoyed it. What Macy wrote is that these braided rugs weave together a story of recycled fabrics, craftsmanship, and cultural heritage, reflecting the resilience and resourcefulness of the pioneers. So they would have made these rugs out of recycled materials. Of course, they never threw away anything back in that day. And so this will be a really wonderful opportunity for people to make their own rug, just like the pioneers did.
Every braid holds a thread of history. I did not make that up. That was written here for me. So thank you, Macy.
Yes. The brilliance of Macy.
Exactly. Thank you. That's super cool. And then, of course, continuing on the 31st, on Friday,
we're just going to keep on rolling. So Friday the 31st at 1 p.m., we are going to be doing candles on the California Trail, again with Macy. She is going to be a busy woman that week. And this is a very popular program where people are invited to come out and make their own beeswax candle. And this may sound hard, but it is very simple. And people make really beautiful candles when they leave. She's got different color beeswax. She's got different different shapes and different things that you can pull all together. And it turns out candles were really important on the trail. So this is another way to connect with the pioneer heritage. And maybe some of your relatives actually made some of these candles back in the day. A really good reason to kind of look back in our history and see where those connections are. And don't forget, this is going to be very popular, so come out early.
All right, California Trail Interpretive Center, some of the super cool programs happening during National Cowboy Poetry Gathering. And then this one's intriguing too, communication and cowboys. How do petroglyphs and cowboys connect, Cheryl?
Yeah, so you might be wondering that. That's a really good question. And Ranger Glenn is going to be walking everyone through that during his Ancient Communication and Cowboys program on February 1st at 1 o'clock, and that's a Saturday. And he will be teaching everyone about how cowboys really communicated their message out on the range and how similar that is to the way that Native Americans and others have made petroglyphs in the rocks. And he will have an opportunity for you to actually make your own petroglyph and bring it home so that you can remember that really important message that you may want to carry with you and show to others, just like the cowboys did back in the day.
Oh, super cool. So don't miss those opportunities again this week during the National Cowboy Poetry Gathering. And then all throughout the week, if you're looking for a place to warm up, to kind of relax, to enjoy history, to think about things, I mean, the center is open and it's a great place to go to take friends, visitors. And the free admission is just still amazing to me. So
for sure, we're so happy to offer the free admission, and we have so many different interactive displays. Even if you've been to the museum before, I bet you there is something that you haven't done. We have the telegraph machine, we have Lincoln logs, where you can build your own pioneer village. We have the interactive Porter and Sawyer Trading Company, where you can shop for your own pioneer adventure. We've got the Nevada Wild Art Show. We've got our hiking trail. We've got lots of things to do. So a great place to bring the family or just the kids for a couple of hours.
And then take a breath, because here comes February roaring in with more exciting, cool programs.
We've got a brand new program out there that Ranger Glenn is going to be offering on Saturday, February 8th at 1 p.m., and he is calling it The Power of Beads. So Ranger Glenn will be exploring the incredible power of bead making and trading. He made a trip to Africa last year and visited one of the oldest sites where beads have been made for a very long time, and he brought some back with him. And you know what? You may not think that that actually connects to pioneer history, but it does. So I'm sure most of you out there know that there was a lot of trading that happened between the pioneers and the Native Americans, and beads were one of the prized trade items. Beautiful glass beads, beads made from juniper berries, beads made from clay, all kinds of types of different beads were traded and valued and sewn into clothes, made into jewelry. And so Glenn will be walking people through exploring that long relationship that we've had with beads. And guess what? You will also get to make some beads. Ooh. So you're not just going to get to hear about beads, you'll get to make beads. And he has invited everyone who has cool beads at home that have a story. He has invited you to bring your beads and tell that story. And so I don't know about you, Lori, but I've got some beautiful little trinkets that I picked up at home along the way, along my journey, and I love to tell stories about them. And so if you've got some beads that are special to you and you would like to bring them and tell everyone the story, Glenn would love to hear it. And then you can make your own beads, trade them, look at everyone else's cool beads. So I think it's going to be a really fun program. The first time we've ever offered this. So bring your beads, bring your imagination, and come hear some cool stories.
Sounds great. That is going to be Saturday, February 8th at the California Trail Interpretive Center. Leading right into Sunday, where you're breaking out those cool sewing machines.
Yep, Sunday, February 9th at 1 o'clock is going to be our monthly sewing program with our wonderful volunteer, Brenda. I just got off the phone with her. She is so excited to make quilted hearts with everyone. And like you just said, Lori, will be using the hand treadle machines. One of them was just recently donated by one of our wonderful community members, and it was made in 1903.
Wow.
And
so it's treadle.
It is.
Yes.
It's treadle, and we've got actually 3 of them in the center. Brenda will have 2 of them out, and that's what everyone will be making their quilted hearts with. And you may think, oh my gosh, that sounds really hard. But you know what? Brenda makes it so easy. She makes it so fun. And not only do you learn how to make quilted hearts, but you learn a little bit about your fellow community members, your community, trade some stories. And there's always lots of laughs. I love these sewing programs because Brenda is so fun, so lighthearted, and she makes it so easy to sew. So come on out, bring your kids, and make some fun quilted hearts.
Oh, what a wonderful community. You can learn to sew, or you can simply continue to sew and do it in the company of others who are so inspired at the Trail Center.
Yep, and we will provide all the materials, but I thought if you have some nice Valentine themed fabric that you like and you have on hand, go ahead and bring it out. You could use that, you could share it with others, and we're always looking for donations. So if you're coming out for a sewing program and you've got something to donate, we'd be happy to accept that.
Oh, what a great way to recycle. A lot of people have craft rooms and always looking forward to moving some of that fabric along. So super neat. Cheryl Miller is our guest. She is from the California Trail Interpretive Center. And that brings us into Saturday, February 15th. And we have been talking about this particular event too. It sounds really exciting.
So this is really fun. We're going to have a romantic night hike. So this is going to be at 7 p.m. on February 15th. That's a Saturday night. And this is going to be a team up between the Nevada Outdoor School and the California Trail Center. We're going to be offering some s'mores, some stargazing with our telescopes, a fun hike that's going to have some interactive activities, and a make and take craft.
Wow, that's great. And again, it's for families, for children and adults who just want to celebrate love in the world. Make sure you dress warmly, bring those flashlights and your hiking boots.
Absolutely. Come on out. You can do some stargazing and really celebrate any kind of love. You can bring out your family. It doesn't have to be romantic love. There's so much love in this world. We'd love to share it with you.
Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Friday, February 21st, the fun continues.
We are doing, so this is actually a Nevada Outdoor School program at 10 a.m. on the 21st. They are doing a bookworm book exchange. So they've invited you to bring a book to trade. And there's going to be story time with a librarian. So there's going to be a delightful tale about the natural world. They're going to have some crafts, including making a bookmark. And then they will wrap up the entire day with the best thing ever, s'mores and a fire. So you can't miss on that one. And you do need to reserve a spot, though. That is with the Nevada Outdoor School. And you want to give them a call at 775-777-0814 to reserve your spot for Friday, February 21st, 10 a.m. And that's the bookworm hike.
That's great. And again, story time in conjunction with MyBrary, our very own local library here at 7th and Court Street. Those folks are fantastic, Cheryl.
They are such wonderful community partners. Spoiler alert, we're also working on a partnership with them and hoping to be able to announce that soon in the next few weeks. So stay tuned. Hopefully there'll be some more fun partnerships and synergy with our local library.
Oh, that's great. Again, helping families, children, adults all alike to enhance their opportunities for learning and for adventure, for the outdoors. It's part of our California Trail Center. So then we are already talking about June. I can hardly wait for June because here we are. It's February. Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
my
January,
gosh.
February. Yes.
Yeah, it's never too early to start talking about trail days is what I've been told. And so our biggest annual event of the year is already scheduled. So get it on your calendar. It's going to be June 7th and 8th this year. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. And there is a wonderful field trip in the works, hopefully for Friday. So those of you that actually want to get out on the California Trail, look for some ruts, see some cool history. We're hoping to offer a field trip on June 6th, so stay tuned for that. And we have some really exciting presenters that are lined up. We have a long trail rider who may be giving a wonderful presentation about spending long days, even a month, out on the trail with her faithful Mustang and just her dog.
Wow, that is going to be fascinating. We are so hoping and looking forward to her coming here. She has ridden a lot of the trails around here and experienced those starry nights.
Yep, has even done the Hastings Cutoff and all kinds of trails around the state. So she's got a lot of stories, and we're hoping to get her lined up as a speaker. So stay tuned, get it on your calendar. We'd love to see all of you out for Trail Days, June 7th and 8th for this year.
Oh, Cheryl, thank you so much. And then, of course, youth who are busy working on art, there's an opportunity to be showcased with a youth art contest the Trail Center hosts.
Yeah, so this is actually hosted by the Oregon California Trail Association, and they are running a youth art contest. All of their submissions are due by April 1st of 2025, so you still got time. And if your art is chosen, you will win a calendar, of course, and $50. So you can find more details for that at octa-trails.org. And again, that's a youth art contest, and all of that is due in April. So good luck to all of you young artists out there.
That's a great opportunity to be showcased, and we sure appreciate all of our local artists. Any chance to elevate them is that's a cool thing to do. So all this fun, Cheryl, is facilitated by not just the small but dedicated professional staff. You really rely on volunteers at the California Trail Interpretive Center.
You are so right, Lori. As much as we love to work out there, and we do have paid staff, we really rely on our volunteers, like I've said previously, for that inspiration, for that cheer, for that renewal of our energy and spirit. And we have a lot of different things that volunteers can do. So they can help us with our education programs. We have lots of field trips that go out there, really fun, lots of wonderful energy when our field trips come in. We're looking for people that like to do living history in conjunction with some of our events. We also are looking for front desk help. So if you're friendly and you like to welcome people, you like to talk about Elko and tell people how cool it is, that would be a great place for you to work. We also have site stewardship projects that'll be coming up this summer. So if you like to work outside, beautify things, make things look more beautiful, you like to work with your hands and tools, that would be a great thing for you to do as well. We obviously have lots of wonderful events, like I just listed off, and we always need people to help us set up tables, tear down tables, set up signs, run craft tables, things like that. So if you like events, if you're good with crafts, we'd love to have you. And finally, if you just like to be out on the trail and do hikes, we'd love to put you in charge of a guided hike or have you be a trail guide or maybe a trail steward. So lots of opportunities out there.
And you know what's also impressive, Cheryl, is I've been to several events, and sometimes even the volunteers, they really get into the spirit. They like to dress up. They'll wear pioneer gear, right? I mean, they really have a heart and a passion for this.
They do. They love the history. They love the landscape. And sometimes, I hate to admit this, they know the information better than we do because they're just so passionate about it. And a lot of them have grown up in this community. And so they are just wonderful assets. Some of them are wonderful artists, and they bring a lot to the center. And so if you've got something to offer, we would love to work with you. You can give me a call at the center or shoot us an email. We'd love to put you to work.
Cheryl Miller from the California Trail Interpretive Center. And the California Trail Interpretive Center does have a foundation, and there are board members, but there are ways that you can support the center, because this center, I'd like to say it's unique, but I guess I imagine other communities have centers, but this one was really born of a local desire to see this center. And it is an important partnership with the city, the county, the Bureau of Land Management, obviously, but that's the only way that this center can succeed is with this collaboration.
That's for sure. We rely on a lot of our partners, not just for programs, but for marketing, for helping us get out into the community, helping us get our message out, thinking of new programs, thinking of new ways to serve the community. And so absolutely, this is a collaborative experience, and we are so thankful for everyone in the community that supports us.
You have lots of support from groups like the Humboldt High Road. They go out and actually scour those trails, and they help to preserve them, generating awareness, but at the same time protecting those trails. We are so lucky in Nevada because so many of those trails are literally paved over.
Oh my gosh, we're so lucky to have so much of our natural landscape still intact here in northern Nevada. That's one of the things that I love about this place is the long views, the beautiful, oh my gosh, did you catch the sunrise this morning?
Oh, wasn't that amazing?
Oh, it was incredibly
that shade
beautiful.
Of pink was just...
and the sunset last night, so beautiful. So grateful to be in this place where you can still really take in the natural beauty every day. You don't have to drive hours to get out to somewhere natural, enjoy it. You can almost just look out your door every day. So very grateful to be part of this community and this beautiful landscape.
So please do enjoy and support the California Trail Interpretive Center. It is located just a short drive from Elko so that we can take advantage of this immense landscape and actually immerse yourself in the experience that pioneer travelers, that Native Americans may have felt at the time, because the center is just 8 miles west. You take Interstate 80 west, and then you take the Hunter exit, which is only about 8 miles away from Elko. I mean, it's just a blink in our comfy vehicles today. I don't know how long 8 miles would have taken someone in an oxen or walking, even a drawn wagon, but it's just an incredible experience. You can see the Hastings cutoff from inside the center. The actual cutoff. That's
one of the most popular views, and most people are really surprised that you can see where the Donner Party actually emerged from their quote-unquote shortcut to join the rest of the pioneer trains or pioneer groups that would have been moving along the Humboldt River. So that's one of the coolest things, and you can really only see that from the center.
Yep, and that's why that site was chosen. So an important part of our culture, heritage, history. Certainly children are entertained, but at the same time, sneaky, they're learning things. So what a wonderful mission you have. Cheryl, thanks for all that you bring. We are so fortunate to have you in our community, and that you moved here, you brought your family, you brought your passion and all of your goals and vision. It's really having a magical impact on our community and all of our groups that collaborate and work so hard together. So thank you. I hope you can keep it up.
Oh, for sure. I've got endless amounts of energy. Thank you so much, Lori. It's such a pleasure to be in this community, and I am definitely feeling the love.
Thanks, listeners, for joining us. CaliforniaTrailInterpretiveCenter.org. That's the website. You can find out everything we talked about and much more. Remember, free admission. It's a perfect place to take your family or visitors. Thanks again for listening to Elko Live today.